Welcome everyone, my name is Jessica and this is Simple, Cheap, and Easy DIYs. I'm going to start off by using this mini white Christmas tree that I got at Dollar Tree and these little red truck LED lights which also came from Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is just take the little trucks and I'm going to be placing them just around the front of the Christmas tree. Now if you have a second pack you can always place them on the back side as well. But how I'm going to place these trucks is I'm actually going to wrap the wire around the branches. That way the trucks actually look like they're driving up around the tree. And you can see how I'm doing it here and what it will look like once I have them all in place. And this is what it will look like once you have all the little trucks on the branches of the tree. And for the base of this tree, I'm going to be using this little plaid or buffalo check gift box. And I'm just going to be using the bottom portion of the box. I'll save the lid for another DIY. And for the battery pack, I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue and glue that onto the base of the Christmas tree. And just make sure when you glue that down, you glue it where the batteries can still be changed, as well as you can turn the switch on and off. Next, I'm going to be applying hot glue to the base of the tree and then gluing that into the center of the box. Now I'm going to be taking this little tree skirt. On one side it's this white cloth color and on the other it's the buffalo check print. Now you can use either side that you wish or anything else that you have to make it look like fake snow in the box. But I'm actually going to be placing this with the plaid or the buffalo check side down just to make it look like snow on the base of the tree. Now that we have the base of the tree completed, I'm going to take this little red truck ornament that I got at Dollar Tree and I'm going to place it on the top of the tree in place of where a star would normally go. And I'm just going to make sure that that's all centered and tied in place. Now I'm going to take these matte colored little mini Christmas ornaments, which also came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be placing those on some of the branches in between the little red trucks. And you can always again decorate the back side if you'd like, but for this tree I'm just decorating the front side since that's the only piece that'll be seen. Now this is optional, but I'm going to take the little glitter ornaments that also came in the pack and I'm going to place them around the bottom of the Christmas tree. Taking a second little red truck ornament, I'm just going to tuck that in the front of the box. You can glue it down if you'd like, but I decided just to tuck the little hanger behind the box. That way, if I decide I want to reuse this, I can. Once you have that done, then your first project will be complete. By taking 4 of these 3.5 by 5 inch picture frames, and I'm just going to remove the glass, the backing, as well as the little plastic tabs that hold the glass in place. Once I have those all removed, then I can start assembling my box. To do that, I'm going to use hot glue, but you can also use E6000 for a more permanent hold. And what I will be doing is taking 3 of the frames and gluing them with the picture frame side facing outwards, and that is on 3 of the frames. For the 4th frame, I'm going to glue it down using hot glue as well, but I'm going to put the outside facing frame facing inward, if that makes sense, but you can see how I'm doing that here, and this will build the top part of our snow globe. Once you have the top part of the globe completed, I'm going to start gluing the glass back in place. Now you can always glue the glass back in first. This is just the way that I chose to do it, but I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue and place each of the glasses back in place. Once all the glass is back in place, we can start working on the inside of the globe. And what I'm going to do for that is take this plastic goodie bag and I'm going to cut it in half, since we are going to be using both pieces. For the inside portion of the globe, I'm just going to be using the truck and the trees. So I'm going to cut the bottom and the sides off, as well as the cut your own Christmas tree, as you can see the way I'm cutting it out here. Once I have that all cut out, I'm going to take a piece of plastic cutting board and I'm going to apply Mod Podge all over that, and then place my red truck onto the cutting board and let that fully dry. Once it's fully dry, then I'll just cut the excess cutting board away, and this is what we're going to use for the insert of the snow globe. Now the inside insert's going to be a little bit wider than the picture frames, but that's okay. It will have just a little bit of bend, as you'll be able to see here in a moment, but I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue to the edge of each of the plastic and glue that into the center of the frame. And having a little bit of bend actually gives it a secure hold and keeps it in place. Once I have that done, I'm going to take this tool and apply that to the bottom of the frames, and I'm just going to cut out a section that I'll need to cover the entire bottom. To attach that, I'm going to use hot glue and just make sure to spread that out evenly and make sure that the tool is tight. Once I have it glued all the way around all 4 of the frames, then I'll just take my X-Acto knife and cut off the excess from around the frames. Make my base, I'm going to use foam board, and I'm going to use one piece that is 6 inches by 6 inches and one piece that is 6 inches by 18 inches. For the longer piece, I'm going to cut 3 squares, which is 6 by 6, but I'm not going to cut it all the way through. I'm just going to score it. That way I'm able to bend that piece and form a square for the base. Now the piece that was the individual piece, the 6 inch by 6 inch, I'm actually going to cut a section out of the center, and that's what's going to allow the air to flow to blow the snow. And I'm just going to trace that out and then cut that using my X-Acto knife. Now using my hot glue, I'm just going to glue the 6 by 6 inch piece to the 6 by 18 inch piece to form a square, and that's going to be the bottom of our snow globe. Now the base does have to be just a little bit wider than the frames to hold the fan, so I am going to take 2 small pieces of foam board that's about a 1/2 inch by about 5.5 inches in length, and I'm just going to glue that on the inside of the box, as you can see me doing here, and that's going to allow the frames to set on top of the box. And this is what it will look like once you have your base all glued together. Now for the front of the base, I'm going to take that second portion of the bag, and I'm just going to cut the cut your own Christmas trees, the trees, and I'm also going to leave the top part of the bag that has the little snowflakes on, and that's what we're going to use for the front. Once I have that all measured and placed where I like it, I'm just going to use Mod Podge to attach it to the box and then let that fully dry. Next, I'm going to apply hot glue to the bottom of the frames and attach the base, making sure that the section with the hole cut out is placed in the back of the frames, as you can see I'm doing here. And just to make sure that it is secure, I'm going to apply more hot glue around the base of the frames and the styrofoam base. Now taking my Mod Podge, I'm going to apply Mod Podge all over the excess portion of the foam board, like you can see me doing here. And once I get that applied, I'm going to apply some foam beads to that to replicate snow. And then I'm just going to keep applying Mod Podge and the foam beads until it's fully filled in on both sides. Once I'm happy with the way that the foam beads look on the outside, I'm going to take the foam beads and actually place them on the inside of the globe. Once I have those all in place, I'm going to take that same tool and I'm going to apply that to the top of the frames by gluing that down, making sure the glue is smoothed out all the way around, and then cutting off the excess. You can always apply a little bit of white paint around the frame as well to help blend in the glue and make it look like ice or like snow on the top. Now to blow the snow, I'm going to be using this mini fan that is electric that I got from Walmart, but Dollar Tree also sells a battery version of this fan, and then you can just turn the fan on and off depending on if you want the snow blowing or not blowing. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. As always, you can leave me a comment down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, hope everyone has a great day.